Level 1. The Marked. You didn't sign a contract. You didn't join a cult. You were simply in the wrong place when the universe blinked. Maybe you stayed too long in a library basement that hadn't been opened since 1924. Maybe you looked too closely at the ripples in a pond that never sees the sun. But you saw it. A shape that defied the laws of three-dimensional space. A color that felt like a scream in the back of your throat. In that heartbeat, your life ended. You just don't know it yet. You are now the Marked. This is the entry point of the hierarchy. To the rest of the world, you look the same. You still go to work, you still eat dinner with your family, but the food has lost its taste. The music you used to love now sounds like scraping metal. You start to notice the gaps. You'll be mid-sentence and suddenly you realize the person you're talking to isn't quite real. Their skin looks like painted wax. Their eyes are just glass marbles. You are seeing through the simulation and the truth underneath is cold. The thing you saw in the basement is now watching you back. It doesn't have eyes, but it has your attention. And in this hierarchy, attention is the only currency that matters. Level 2. The Echo. The sight was the hook. Now comes the line. You are now the echo. The hum in your ears has moved from an annoyance to a lifestyle. It's a rhythmic throb at the base of your skull, a cosmic heartbeat. When you try to sleep, you hear the sound of stone grinding against stone. It's the sound of the god's thoughts filtered through the static of your own biology. You've started losing time. You'll blink in your bathroom, and when you open your eyes, you're standing in a field 3 miles away, barefoot, with symbols carved into the dirt around you. You don't remember walking there. You don't remember the dirt under your fingernails. People have started to notice. Your boss asks if you're sick. Your spouse asks why you stare at the corner of the ceiling for hours without blinking. You want to explain, but human language is too small. How do you describe the weight of 1,000 years pressing against your forehead? You are being tuned. Your nervous system is being stripped of its human impulses and replaced with a frequency from the void. You are a radio being forced to play a station from another dimension. Level 3. The Vessel. At this level, the hierarchy stops being psychological and starts being physical. You are the vessel. You feel a weight in your chest that shouldn't be there. It feels like you've swallowed a lead sphere or a dying star. Your skin starts to feel tight, as if your skeleton is trying to rearrange itself into a shape that doesn't belong in biology books. This is the loneliest rank. You can no longer pretend to be human. Your shadow doesn't match your movements anymore. It's longer, sharper, and sometimes it moves when you stay still. You find yourself drawn to dark places, storm drains, abandoned cathedrals, the places where the veils are thin. You aren't looking for a god, you're looking for relief from the pressure. You find others like you there. You don't talk, you just stand in the dark together, your pulses syncing up until the entire room vibrates with the same necrotic energy. You aren't a person anymore, you are a container. You are a jar holding a storm. Your only job is to not break before the grand arrival. Level 4. The Harvester. You have held the weight. Now you must share it. As the Harvester, your isolation ends. You are sent back into the world, but not as a citizen. You are a carrier. You are the viral vector for a deity that doesn't have the patience to introduce itself. You don't need to speak to recruit, you do it by existing. You walk through a crowded park and the children start to cry. You sit in a coffee shop and the barista suddenly forgets how to speak. You're leaking the other into the air. You feel a strange, cold pride. For months, you were the victim. Now you are the catalyst. You watch as a stranger catches your eye and you see that first spark of the Marked flicker in their pupils. You've just started their countdown. You've just given them their first rank. You realize the god doesn't want your worship.
It doesn't want your prayers, it wants your reach. It is using you as a bridge to cross into a world it cannot yet touch. Level 5, the Apostle. You have reached the limit of what a human shell can endure. As the Apostle, you are no longer a carrier, you are the gateway. Your physical form is essentially a scab over a wound in reality. Your voice has changed. It's no longer a sound, but a vibration that can liquefy bone. When you speak, you don't use words, you use truths. You are the one who oversees the transition of your city. You watch as the sky turns the color of a bruised lung. You watch as gravity fails and the buildings begin to drift upward into the mouth of the void. You feel no fear. Fear is a chemical reaction in a brain that you no longer fully possess. You feel only a sense of completion. The Apostle is the rank of the final right. You are the one who pulls the curtain back. You are the one who tells the world that the play is over. But the gateway works both ways. As the god moves in, you are pushed out. Your memories, your name, your favorite childhood toy, they are being incinerated by the sheer heat of the presence behind you. Level 6, the Avatar. The hierarchy has collapsed. There are no more levels to climb because there is no you left to do the climbing. You are the Avatar. The god is not a separate entity. It is the blood in your veins, except your veins aren't veins anymore, and your blood is the liquid night between stars. You stand at the summit. You have reached the highest rank, and from this height, you finally see the truth of the system you've been serving. The hierarchy wasn't a promotion, it was a digestive system. Each rank was designed to break down a different part of your humanity, your sight, your hearing, your body, your morality, your identity, until you were soft enough to be absorbed. You aren't a leader, you aren't a king, you are a skin suit for a force that was bored of the vacuum. And as you look down at the world you helped destroy, you see him, a man, sitting in his living room, staring at the static on his TV. He hears a hum at the base of his skull. He feels a headache coming on. He has no idea that he is the newest witness. He has no idea that he is already on level 1. And from your seat at the top of the void, you realize the most terrifying truth of all. The god isn't hungry for souls. It's hungry for the process. The hierarchy is the only thing that's real, and it never, ever stops.